Hey, Beer Tube, back with another beer review and yet another beer from Alpine Brewing Company, located in the eastern part of San Diego County. This is Pure Hoppiness, their double IPA. As many as you know, Alpine brew a bunch of different IPAs, and I just recently bought a bunch of fresh bottles, so I figured might as well do the reviews while they're fresh and while the weather is nice and warm and perfect temperature for IPAs. This one clocks in at 8%, and if you go to the website, they list their IBUs as classified. So we'll see how hoppy this is. They do use a hopback for it, and they dry hop it. Pretty much everything you'll see in very hoppy beers. So let's get it open. So I have had this one before, but it's been a while. Remember it being slightly similar to Plain Yellow, at least it is ABV wise. For pure hoppiness, it's pretty much a golden IPA. It is filtered, which is a bit surprised. I can see through there fairly clearly. It's very effervescent beer. You got a foamy, I didn't do it that aggressive before, but you probably get about a 1 finger head, maybe more. Should dissipate. Nice legs on there. It seems like he might leave some OK lacing. We'll see. This is the first drink in this glass. Yeah, I might leave a little lacing, but foamy white head. Let's get the nose on it. Just immediately you'll know this is definitely a West Coast IPA. No question about it. Just big time citric notes. You get a lot of tropical fruits in it. There's a faint bit of pininess in the background, but not a whole lot. So far on the nose, compared to my other the view I did of Planting the Elder, that beer had a little more pininess going on in the nose. But this one's just very sweet, aromatic hops. Probably using a lot of the citric Amarillo, Centennial, Columbus, all those type of hops probably in this. Just a wonderful nose. So let's take a taste. Cheers. So the nose on this one is actually a little sweeter than the taste. Up front you definitely get a good amount of bitterness. It's not a sweet bitterness like the Nelson, but it's just a good solid bitterness before the malt comes in midway through. Let me see what I can get more out of the hops and malts. Okay, so hop wise at the beginning, it's a very clean bitterness. There's a bit of citric, but not a whole lot of distinguishing hop characteristics, unlike the nose, surprisingly. And then halfway through, the malt takes over. The malt's a little more on the caramel side of things. It does have a bit of a sweetness that you get. It finishes somewhat dry, not as dry as other IPAs. I do get a little lingering malt and hop bitterness on the palate. But yeah, definitely sweeter malt background than some of the West Coast IPAs. Okay, so I've let it warm up a little more, and I get a little more biscuit notes coming out of the malt bill on it. It does seem to dry out a bit more on the tongue as well when it warms up. And at 8%, you do notice the alcohol just a tad bit at the very end, which is a bit surprising. I thought it'd be more well hidden than this, but anyway, final verdict on it, I'll give this one an A-. It's a very nice IPA. It doesn't quite have the smoothness of some of the other IPAs you can get in the back end, like Nelson, for instance. See my review on that one, but that one has a very clean finish. This one has a little more lingering aspect to it. Not a bad thing, but not quite as well rounded as I thought it might be. It's But then again, as you know, it's a double IPA, so it is very hopped up. It is a very bitter beer. So as far as, you know, the balance within the extremes, this one's definitely not balanced in the end. That'll probably be it for a while for Alpine beers, unless I can get exponential hoppiness fresh. So until next time, cheers.